Strong Handle was one of the best badges in NBA 2K25 by a mile. So I asked the question, is it worth investing in Strong Handle in NBA 2K26? There are a lot of under the hood changes to 2K26 that makes judging Strong Handle a little bit difficult, but in this video, I'm going to show you how Strong Handle is still one of the top tier badges in the game, how to consistently activate Strong Handle in different situations, and whether it's worth investing in Strong Handle. So we're going to start with how to activate Strong Handle. So it's the same as 2K25, initiate contact usually in a hip ride animation and counter with any crossover, step back or spin move while you're in contact. So here I am driving against Luka at an angle, and as soon as he initiates contact, I tap the right stick down into the right. Since Luka has a low perimeter defense, he gets stuck in a blow-by animation out of that behind the back crossover. Here I tap the right stick to the right instead to execute a between the legs cross, and it's the same outcome. Austin Reeves is typically a cone on defense. I tap the right stick to the right with the ball in my left hand, get him in that blow-by animation and finish at the basket. Now, Strong Handle activates your nutmegs and different types of fancy escape moves in contact while in your park setting. You also get a nice push-off blow-by out of a straightforward Strong Handle launch, but this typically only works against guys with very low defense or in lower difficulties. As you can see right there, I use my off arm to push off and drive at an angle towards the basket. If you also have high enough speed with ball, you're gonna get some of these bully animations where when they're stuck in a contact animation, you can just push them out of the way without even doing anything just by holding the left stick towards the basket. Now, Strong Handle isn't necessarily needed, but some combination of high speed with ball and high strength will lead to these outcomes. But there's a big challenge to activating Strong Handle in 2K26, and that's in large part to the improved contact and bump system in perimeter defense situations. Against defenders with high perimeter defense, you're going to get these bump animations which will stop your momentum, which is one of the key components to activating Strong Handle. You need to be in a momentum position from a hip ride and contact animation. If you're just going to be stonewalled like this, you're not even going to be put in a position to enter that animation. And a big problem for 2K26 in these situations is, as you can see right there, Luka just randomly slowed down even without contact just by facing cutoffs. It's these invisible walls and these stonewall animations that will prevent you from entering these types of contact situations. So how do I know if I'm going to be in a situation to activate Strong Handle? Well, give your defender a quick test. If you can run at them at a straight line with zero resistance, this likely means they have low perimeter defense and you can enter into a contact animation. Take a look at this right here. My shading indicator in the middle is lit red, so in theory, if I just go straight against Luka, I would get a bump animation. But because Luka does not have high enough perimeter defense, as you can see right there, once again, I just go through Luka. I'm activating Strong Handle easily. The lack of perimeter defense is a clear signal that you can go through your defender and use Strong Handle. But even though you're going up against cones like Austin Reeves right here, sometimes just even going straight at them won't be enough because of the bump animations you get from cutting off your defender. So in 2K26, the key is to not just enter into contact, but it's to enter into an advantageous contact situation. That means, as you can see right here, I'm pushing at a 45-degree angle or the widest angle you can get in order to enter a hip ride animation. Get that wide angle, force your defender to try and cut you off, beat him to the spot, enter into that ride animation out of contact, and as you can see right here, as long as they have low perimeter defense, activations are as automatic as in 2K25. So anyone from smalls to bigs with low perimeter defense is easy food for this technique. Now the challenge. As long as anyone has a decent enough amount of perimeter defense, and I'm talking somewhere above the low 80s here, Strong Handle becomes infinitely less effective. It's those bump animations and cutoff animations that are a result of high perimeter defense. Marcus Smart here has a 90 perimeter defense, and as a result, Marcus Smart is getting cutoffs, preventing us from getting into a contact animation. Again, as you can see from this clip right here, some of those invisible walls that create fake contact are actually preventing us from entering that Strong Handle animation. And what did you notice in these situations? Lightning Launch is lighting up way more than Strong Handle, making Lightning Launch an essential badge when you're going up against high perimeter defense defenders. So the first mistake I make here is I don't launch at a wide enough angle, allowing Marcus Smart easy enough time to cut me off. I then counter by launching at a more horizontal or parallel angle right here, forcing Marcus Smart into those hip ride animations. And even though I'm not entering into strong handle animations, the freedom that 2K26 gives you to dribble through contact will allow you to go through your defender with different counters. So as you can see from this Luka interaction right here, even though strong handle did not light up, a simple between the legs cross out of movement after I enter into the correct contact angle is a perfect counter even without the benefit of strong handle. Now, it's not an auto blow by, but it still got us enough space to get into our second move. So always take those wide angles, especially against good defenders. The wider the angle, the more advantageous the position that you can create out of those hip ride animations, the more chances for success to execute strong handle. Just make sure you always take note of those shading indicators. If your defender is able to cut you off, it's gonna be done for. Here, I boosted Shay's strong handle to legend, and even then, I got a contact blow by strong handle animation, but because Marcus Smart is so good, I could not generate a single advantage. And for strong handle defense, perimeter defense is way more important than strength. Now, strength will also matter because it correlates to your immovable enforcer, but the first cutoff that you will get is mostly as a result of on-ball menace, your agility, and your perimeter defense ratings. And of course, your strength and your immovable enforcer matters as much as well. But perimeter defense, I think, has a bigger weight compared to strength. So the other thing to take note of is that cheesy strong handle spin animation that resulted in auto blow-bys in past 2Ks, namely 24 and 25. That is less of a certainty. Now there is a spin animation out of strong handle that is just good enough to generate enough space, but not good enough that it is an automatic blow-by. But nonetheless, if you combo it with the right moves, it's equally effective. Now, there is still a branch of moves that are still effective with strong handle, and these are your triple threat strong handle combos. Now, you'll mostly get these types of defenses against online defenders who do not know what they're doing. He's shading me to my right, and as long as I push my left stick up and to the right to that open space with strong handle, it will activate, give me a speed boost, and as you can see, out of that triple threat position, I was able to combo into that Devin Booker side hop jumper. This gives you an immediate speed boost out of your strong handle launch from the triple threat, giving you an open lane or an open angle for any hop jumper if your defenders are willing to give it to you. So basically, I think strong handle is still an essential badge and an S tier badge for specific types of players, especially if you're playing in the triple threat a lot. But if you're going up against competent defenders with high ratings, the right badges, and are able to move side to side very quickly, strong handle quickly loses its elite tier and gets dropped down in certain situations. But as I said, triple threat is still a valuable position for strong handle. So there you have it, how to activate strong handle, how good it is in 2K26. I hope you learned something new from the video. If you did, give the video a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.